Hi, my name is Lucky and I'm one of the artists from Hear Me Out. We normally do music workshops, dancing workshops, arts, performing arts, any creative activity in immigration removal centers, accommodation, shelters, all over the UK. And obviously, when we go in, we use either guitars or whatever instruments. But one of the instruments that we normally use is the djembe from West Africa, Senegal, Mali, Guinea. And unfortunately, obviously, if you play this instrument again and again, the skin tends to wear off and the times get torn, just like you would say with one of the drums. And I'm going to be showing you how to reskin a drum. Yeah, this one, let's see. Wait, because I like having a bit of the skin so that it's real. Right, so this is one of those that I've just skinned. Obviously, I'll cut off this bit and make it all nice. Tuning them, because once you've skinned them, you have to tune them and really get the right pitch. Although it's nice when you have different pitches in the drum, like this one is all done. So to tune it, my friends from West Africa tell me that there's something called a Malian weave, where you've got one string going in there, comes out on the other side and back in, and when you cross this like this, the pitch rises. So I'm gonna do this Malian weave a bit on this one and then show you how to skin, reskin a djembe, because different drums have different ways of skinning. Some will use just nails, some you'll use sticks, like the ones from Ghana mostly, they have sticks on the side. But this one is really, really complicated, as you will see when I start reskinning it. So this is just raising the pitch. I'll probably do 2 more strings and then this will be really all good. And then I'll move on to the other drum. So far we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drums. With this tiny little one here. Look at that. That's done as well. Yeah. Jam baby. For babies. Yeah. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna play it again and just hear where it's at now with the tone. Here, if it's the right sound, because different drummers, especially seasoned drummers, will have so this one is done. I'm gonna just wrap it like this, wrap it like that, wrap it like this, wrap it like that, and then put it on the side, and then go for skinning this one. So this one is the right pitch for the big drum as well. So this one is done. Now, reskinning this one can take, it's a skill that I've just acquired recently. So you have to take off the old skin. As you can see, this is torn, but I'll keep this one because it can be recycled and be used for smaller drums, reskinning smaller drums. So you have to take off like the old skin, and to do that, oops, health and safety as well in mind. Okay, that, so the old skin has to go out. Old skin go out. New skin come in. So old skin, old skin, old skin. It will all make sense in a minute when I've got the old skin out. Some people use so many different tools, but I found a way of using just one screwdriver. And luckily, my brother Oli at his studios in Dover Sunny Dover, not just Dover. Yeah, has all the instruments. I had not told him I needed the instruments. Just gets to show you how um, um, not so polished a workman I am, but Oli luckily had this. He always has things in his studio. So, look, this skin is all out now. So I'm gonna take off the skin. So you see, but we'll keep this because it can be recycled, especially for smaller drums. You can cut the side and use that. So here we go. See, we've got our djembe all hollowed there. So now the task is, does look easy, but it's not really easy because one has to put in this drum there. So this has to go inside. In there. In there. Somebody goes, in there, mate. In there. So this skin has to go in there. It's really technique and workmanship that I am learning about, because you keep learning and you keep getting better and better at it. So I'm a student of some of the master drummers and master drum makers. So from here, this wire, if you see, I've put it on top of this first one. You have to put it on another wire. It all goes down inside the wire. And this is where it gets all tricky. But this kind of skins are really good. Unlike if I was using, like, the plastic things that they have on the drum kit, those would really be difficult. Or even if it was like really proper goat skin or proper cow skin, that would really be difficult. But this synthetic skin is, once you put it in the water and it's all wet, it works out in a way that is much better. But now, here is the trick. This skin went into this wire and that wire. Now, I have to take this skin back through the second wire. And this is where I think a bit of craftsman or craftspersonship, men, whether man or woman, craftspersonship comes in, because I have to, balance it up. Maybe put my tool there down. Look at that. And keep going all around. So it's going in and up. The other way. Whoops. It can take time, because if it falls apart, I have to start all over again. Start all over again, start all over again, start all over again. I've been doing this now for a couple of years. So I'm slowly but surely getting to know this, because this drum is not from Southern Africa. So it is from West Africa, and it's a very different way of making drums. Southern African ones, it's like you just put a wire or just nails and you're done. But this one, I have to put the skin underneath. And like I said, when Oli takes these into community centers, it's immigration removal centers, accommodations, and all those things, but also into some of his work. I wouldn't say people don't take care of them, but eventually the skin wears wear and tear, they call it. I'm sure we change car tires, don't we? So it is the same thing. Every now and then, once the drums have been played and 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 played, then the skin gets tired. Unfortunately, its way of saying I'm tired is breaking. It doesn't talk, but it just breaks. Oh, I've got something that I wasn't expecting here. So this might be a little fight with this. Plastic. I'm gonna push you up. push it up. Yes, I've got that. So as you can see now, the whole skin is going in and back up. Now one has to balance up the skin and make sure that it's all in the right place. Yeah. And now, once I've got the skin up there, what I need to do now is to slowly push this skin back into Ollie. I might need something like a scissors. If you have a scissors, Lucky is a maker who doesn't carry all the equipment that he needs. But if you didn't have one, that's fine. We can leave it here for now. And then we'll find a way. Oh, look at that. Yes. Thank you, Tom. I've got a whole team, by the way, an entourage that helps me do all this work. So I'll put that down there. So now all I need to do, well, not just all I need to do, but what I need to do now is to carefully bring the strings up. Yeah. Oops. This string is a really tough one that we have here. It's not this soft one, but the rough one. And that can be a bit difficult in tightening up. Yeah. Things on the drum. Okay. I will just slowly put that up. Slowly put that up. So what I'm doing is I'm just going around now, stringing it. Stringing it means, look, on the edge, putting that string back as much as possible, but this is not tuning it. It's really just putting the string around the drum. Some people can do this once, but I would say twice, because you tune it, and then once the skin has tightened, one will have to come back and do this again. Now tuning it to give it, I'll demonstrate with one of the drums already done in a minute. So this, yeah, I like this side. This side is done really, really well. Well done, Lucky. Self praises. Hey, at times they are important. If you don't, and you wait for Ollie and Tom to praise you, they don't, so you have to praise yourself. Yeah, look at that. That going up. The good thing is I already reskinned this yesterday, because I took some time and went through all these drums. And then, of course, we'll do this one, do a few more. Oh, this one is done, that done. And then we're almost there. It does take a long time. The reskinning, if anything, is really, yeah, what takes up a lot of one's time. Yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, this way. Yeah. Yeah. Right, that. Yeah. So today, after doing this, I'm not going to tighten this too much, because now this skin will be left to dry. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to wrap this like this. Wrap this like this, so that the skin nicely dries. Nicely dries. Yeah, nicely dries out. I'm just gonna go until I get to this level, and then I'm gonna tighten the skin. So I would say it takes about 2 days or so, because there is this skinning that we've just done, reskinning that we've just done, taking off the skin, putting in a new one, and then allowing the drum to dry and the skin to dry, and then now tuning it up. So right now I'm gonna, yeah, just do this, to this. Now when you come to the last bit, I might actually even supplement this with putting in a bit of sellotape, which is what I've done with the other ones. Put sellotape. Only do you have sellotape? If not, I've got sellotape in my car. Some people would cut this now and cut that area already, but I'm not going to do that because I like allowing the skin to dry. Look at that. So this sellotape is really just to hold the skin back. Yeah. Hold the skin back. Hold the skin back. Hold the skin back. But I would say, yeah, for all these instruments that we use, it's not just drums. It could be guitars. It could be violins that we use in all these centers and spaces. They just need constant maintenance. So I would say, actually, yes, funding for just maintaining the instruments goes a long way, because otherwise the musicians normally would have to then either, yeah, well, maybe get insurance or really, yeah, foot the bill of the repairs of their instruments. Okay, this is us done with this particular drum. Oh yeah, should be using sellotape there, but I like using, I'm not eating skins, but I like using my mouth. So for now, this is good for this drum. When we come in now, say tomorrow or another day, and once you've done this, it's actually light down by the side, because once it's like that and you've done that, as you can see, the sellotape now comes in when it's dry. It's so this one is a bit damp. So I'll then take off the sellotape. Like I say, if Ollie asks me to take off the skin, I'll do a whole day of, or not a whole day, just like maybe a few hours of really cutting off this to go off. But some people don't really mind playing the drum and having this. So I'll hear from Ollie. Whatever he wants, I'll do it. But from here, because this is sounding a bit damp, now one has to tune it up, tighten the skins a bit. So it's really going in underneath here, going underneath there at the back, and really swapping positions for these instruments, for these strings, doing the same thing. Some people would pull this and tighten by pulling more. I like tightening by doing this mullion wave. This pitch is risen. I'll just do this all the way to the end, because you can then raise the pitch as much as you want. These drums, though, depending on the weather, they can be, when it's all wet and damp and cloudy, the pitch goes down on the skin. I think most instruments get affected normally by the weather. But when it's all hot and sunny, and if you put them out in the sun, they will rise in pitch because of the sun. That's really up already. So I'll do up until the end of this one, and then I'll be done, and then I'll retire and give up my job of reskinning drums and go into farming. So I'm gonna do a whole different trade. So yeah, right, let me do this until the end, and then, like I say, this I'll be all done and retire into farming. So it's this drum. Oh yes, that's high pitched. And I would say, Ollie, the best way to put these drums is get them lying by the side always, instead of putting them standing like this. Because when the heating goes high in your room, especially if it's the floor is matte, the air that accumulates in there also can get these drums destroyed. So it's always either people playing them again and again, wear and tear, but it can also be just hitting in the room. If you see a lot of people go, I went to Senegal, Mali, and I brought a drum, but suddenly the skin is gone. It's because if you store it in a room that's got carpet and you've got heating on, the air contracts and expand. I think it's a science that I don't even know, because I'm not a scientist, I'm only a musician. But yeah. So here we go. Oh, last bit can be difficult. Lucky, you can do this. No. One more time, you can do this. Okay, yeah. I'll find a creative way. Here we go. Yes. Now listen to this. It's true. Thank you.